Now, welcome to another video, and in this part of the video, we'll be talking about Pennant. Pennant. Pennant is a trendline strategy pattern in trading that helps you identify where the market is going through using a particular shape method on a chart. So most people don't actually know what a pennant is, and that is why they cannot identify where the market is going to. But in this video, I will show you what a pennant is. Pennant is a reversal pattern on a chart that helps you identify the direction of the market if you actually draw your trend line correctly. Right, so now on this our chart right now, this is how to draw a pennant. How do you identify a pennant? A pennant look like a pen. A simple way to identify a pennant is remembering a pen, how a pencil look like, or how a pen look like. That is how to identify a pennant. Another way to identify a pennant is your elbow. If you bend your elbow, right, that is how a pennant look like. So now let's draw it. I just told you a simple way to identify a pennant, right? Now this is a pennant. This is a pennant. Can you see it? Now this is a bearish pennant, and as a bearish pennant, the price will always go up. Remember what I told you about a wedge and also a flag. When it is bearish, like when it is going down, the price will go up, and when the shape or the patterns is going up, price is coming down, right? So now this is how a pennant look like, right? Make sure you draw your trend line. Some people draw their trend line like this, right? Some people just draw their trend line like this. Some people also draw their trend line like this, but make sure it is touching um, um, a resistance 3 times. Now look at this. You can see this is the first touch. This is the second touch, right? It broke. This is the third touch, right? So now this is the fourth touch. This is the fifth touch. So these 3 touches now makes it stronger. The same thing applies here. This is the first touch, right? Second touch, third touch, now fourth touch, right? But I'm still looking at this thing. Price will go up. Price will go up, right? And then come down again. But before it will come down, it must have gone up. So this is how a pennant look like. Like, remember what I told about pennant? A pennant looks like a pen, right? Or your elbow, right? So you can as well draw your trend like this, but this way is might not be the correct way. This is the correct way to draw it. Make sure you touch the top, right, and then it mitigates this or that third one, right? The second one might be confusing, right? Make sure you touch the third one, right? So now, how do you identify your first TP, right? Your first TP is the base of this trend line and the base of this upper trend line, right? You measure it, right? Make sure it is measured correctly, and then you place it on this point like this. Now this is your first TP. Price will always get to the first TP, right? Price will always get to this first TP, right? And one reason why it will come back and break the trend line and go down is when the resistance here is too strong. The resistance on the left hand side is too strong. If we go to the daily, okay, all right. So now our first TP um This is why I love putting my phone on flight mode when I'm doing a video, so that I'll not get distracted. Right, so this is our first TP. But if you look at this thing closely, if you look at here closely, I don't know why my trend line is missing. If you look at here closely, if you look at here closely, you will discover, if you look at here closely, because remember price came here, price touched it second time, and price broke, right, and it went up. Now if we measure our first TP, if we measure our first TP, right, let me put on flight mode so that it will not be disturbing me. All right, so if we take our first TP, now you can see that price did not get to our first TP, right? Price did not get to our first TP. This is our first TP here. So price did not get to our first TP. Why? Because there's a rejection on the left hand side. If my data is off right now, because I don't know why my trend line is missing, so I have to off my data. So this is why it did not get to our first TP, was because there was a resistance that actually pulled it down. So this was like a fake breakout, and they know people have put their stop losses here. So price will come down. A fake breakout. How do you identify a fake breakout? A fake breakout is when price comes down and break inside the trend line. Once price breaks inside the trend line, just know it's a fake breakout. And also price comes to touch the other trend line. This is called a fake breakout, right? So now the next thing price is going to do, price is going to come and touch this first TP and then go up or come down again, right, to give us another pattern. So this is how to identify a pennant. I'm going to do a different video on fake breakout so that you can be able to understand it clearly. So this is how you identify a pennant, right? And a pennant can always be found on the chart. A pennant can always be found on a chart. Now this is another pennant as well. We have another pennant here, right? We have another pennant here. So pennant are everywhere on a chart. Like I said before, once it is bearish, like once the price is going down, anticipate a buy, and once the price is going up, anticipate a sell. Now this price is going down, right? A pennant, right? Now you have to buy once you break this trend line the third time or the fourth time, right? And if it's going up, if the price is going up, then you sell. Now let me show you an example of what I am telling you. If the price is going up like this, the price is going up like this, right? This is also a pennant. Also, this is a bullish pennant. This note this small one I drew here is a bullish pennant, right? Like is a buying pennant. This other one is a bearish, this bigger one is a bearish pennant. So now if we have a bullish pennant, price will come down. Can you see it here? Price came down, and once the price is bearish, price goes up. Did you get it? So that is how to identify a pennant on a chart. That is how to know a pennant on a chart. So I believe you understood, right? So most times when you see me take trade, I'll do another video on that. So that is how to identify a pennant on a chart.